Hello, welcome. My name is Jantje. So happy to share this virtual space with you today. I feel called to talk to you about commitment to oneself. It's been showing up these last days all over the place, and I take that as a beautiful sign to address it in this video today. Because from my point of view, we can get lost in wanting to change, in wanting to release, in wanting to be somewhere different, in wanting to be happy. And we addressed this a little bit in the last video, but not so much from the angle of committing to oneself. And while one could argue that that is coming from the head somewhat, and I agree, and yet how would you define devotion? Devotion to oneself, devotion to one's journey. It takes free will, it takes a choice to live from the heart and to embody all this wisdom. I mean, there is so much about watching transmissions and videos like this and other channels and other channelers and other intuitive people doing energy work, etc., etc. But it is all about living it. It is about embodying it. And some of us get big invitations these last weeks and months, including myself, that's why I'm smiling, to let go of some patterns that were and feel either really big or really old or really strong or something along those lines, because they really can't come with us. And there is a general tendency in identification. I mean, that is one of the big pillars that we have been learning in our human lives, is to identify with roles. And there is nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that due to that system that we learned, that we also identify with this vessel, with your body, where ultimately we chose these vessels as souls to incarnate in. And they are definitely our best buddies on this journey. They are with us from day one, and then ever evolving, ever changing, growing up and all that, and so-called aging. So they're always with us, and yet we are not our body. And it is for us to see that and feel into that, as well as we're not our thoughts, we're not our emotions, we're not the gap. It is so much about seeing from your higher perspective and seeing yourself from your higher perspective. And now there was just 333. So, yes, a long introduction. Well, not really introduction. Bit of personal sharing to support you in the best way possible as well. So please be reminded you're not alone. If you are feeling lots of energies, maybe roller coasters, maybe a little high in a day and then also a little low in a day, that is more than normal. That's what's currently happening. That's how we are expanding. So take good care of yourself. Recharge in nature with sleeping, maybe more or more frequently, taking naps throughout the day if you have the chance to. Just give your body and yourself what you need as much as possible, alongside of the everyday activities and duties that you have. And on that note, in terms of support, as mentioned before, now there is the opportunity to also sign up for multiple sessions, multiple one-on-one sessions with me. There is a set of 3 and a set of 6 sessions if you feel that you want to journey alongside with me for individual one-on-one support, also then during sessions for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months, then check that out in the description below. I'm more than happy to support you and guide you on your individual path. Because yes, we're walking together, and yet we all have our individual soul's plan and blueprint. So yes, now let me hand over the mic. Hello, our dear one. Hello, hello, hello. Before we say anything further, allow yourself to close your eyes if you haven't already done so, and if you're in a place to do so. Relax. Nothing you need to particularly do. Just allow yourself to feel. Feel your own body, feel the sensations that might be going on. Tune into your breath maybe, or your heartbeat. For you are this beautiful, multi-dimensional and multi-sensual being. You have indeed incarnated in this amazing human vessel filled with amazing technology. You don't have anything to think about during your day to get your body working, to get your body to digest, to breathe, to pump blood, etc., etc. It's all taken care of. Who do you think takes care of it? Do you think it's all chemistry and processes and atoms and quantum physics and all that? Well, yes, indeed, they are processes. You are in the third dimension, in the physical and dense environment. So yes, indeed, all those things and processes are needed. And they have been dissected in a very scientific, human way, which is perfect. And yet we would like to allow you to feel into the overall orchestration of it all. You are so taken care of. In this grand measure that your mind cannot comprehend. So we are asking you, right here and right now, whether you're willing, whether you're ready to allow yourself to surrender to your divine will, to your soul's plan. Are you allowing yourself to surrender to the divine will? Are you allowing yourself to surrender to your soul's plan, blueprint? If you do that, The potentials are infinite. And to that extent, we would agree with the word commitment, although we see it more from the perspective of allowing. But yes, since you have an active mind running your day, why not add a spice of commitment? A reminder if you need to. If you're saying yes to this and there is no pressure, there is no rush, you can always come back to this at a different time, on a different day. There is definitely no rush. There really isn't. Linear time doesn't exist as such. There is only this now moment right here. And that doesn't mean that there is not something that you would call time progression. Otherwise, you wouldn't perceive the seasons in nature, for example. So yes, but time works more like a spiral. So don't get caught up in the things that you might be still desiring in your life and that so-called not here yet. Well, first of all, do you really know? Do you really know for certain that those things that you are desiring, that they are not here? They might not be in your physical proximity, maybe, although even that you don't really know. But if you perceive the gap, if you continue to perceive the struggle, the lack, the despair, the worry, the guilt, the shame, you get more of that. Your frequency that you're sending out is so powerful. It really is. So the universe can do nothing else but say yes and reflect that back to you. If you allow yourself to surrender to your soul's plan, as we said, this brings and allows not only so many potential, amazing timelines, experiences, and magic in your life, but up and foremost, it allows a peace and a calm to so-called enter your body. And this is the new way. Trust your higher self. Trust your soul. And yes, take inspired actions. Surrendering doesn't mean to sit on the couch 24/7 and wait for the things to fly in through the window, although that might happen, who knows. Or the doorbell might ring. But by all means, take inspired actions. Follow your flow. Follow your callings, the insights, the downloads. Go, go, go. And if you go with that knowing, with that feeling that things are working out for you. That's a whole nother frequency than, oh my God, I hope XYZ is not waiting for me around the corner. This might get difficult. Can you hear it, even in Jantje's voice, the difference? And yes, it is this easy. Allow yourself to be fully present with yourself and tune in. And let us remind you, we're not talking about giving up. Giving up is coming from the mind. Giving up is more of a negative, you might say, depleted energy from the space of despair, of not believing, of not knowing, of not trusting, and therefore not allowing yourself to dream, to aspire. So no, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about deep levels of surrendering, of you allowing yourself to walk into the unknown and trusting that your soul is orchestrating everything for you, even though your mind cannot forecast it. Make the unfamiliar familiar. One of your dear human co-creators has come up with this phrase, or downloaded many years ago, and it is very common in your so-called spiritual world, and it is very potent and powerful, because this is what currently is truly happening in this year and the 2 years to come specifically. Yes, there will be very unfamiliar moments, unfamiliar days and weeks where you won't recognize yourself, where you won't recognize how time flies by. So many things have already been going on that are very unfamiliar. So allow yourself to train that muscle of yours to get more comfortable in maneuvering, in being guided, in this vast, amazing plane where it might feel like you're walking around with your eyes covered, kind of blindfolded. But you can sense it in your body that you are being guided. And maybe you can smell it. Maybe you can smell the beautiful flowers. Feel the sun on your skin. Maybe you're there to discover all along that you are on this amazing meadow and nature in your favorite setting. And you've been there and had access to it all along without knowing. You've been searching for it all over through your mind, through forcing, and yet you allowing yourself to surrender, to trust your intuition, to trust the guidance. It has been there all along. Trust your wisdom within. Trust your inner guidance. Surrender to that. Surrender to that. We love you so much. We really do. We have so much reverence for you. So much reverence. Thank you for being you. Thank you for walking your path. Thank you, thank you, thank you.